Hey there, Chris McCarthy here, and coming up in this episode of Building the Brands, I'm going to show you how to effectively communicate the value of your business and dictate the purchasing behavior of your potential customers through your brand voice. So let's get started right now. Your brand voice is a refined extension of your brand's personality. While your personality should be reflected in everything that you do, your brand voice is how you effectively communicate that personality through your language and your messaging. It's how you speak and how you don't speak to your audience that will greatly influence their first impression of your brand. How your brand communicates its personality through its voice is similar to how humans verbally communicate their personalities. For example, when you have a conversation with a close friend, you can determine who they are without even having to see them. Their personality is communicated in how they speak, their tone, their word choices, and the phrases that they commonly use. Just like a person's voice, a brand's voice is an extension of its personality and should sound the same whether it's in video content, social media, email communications, or blog posts. A voice is so powerful that it can attract new customers before they even know what products or services that you offer. And once you have their attention, you have the opportunity to make them feel welcome, safe, respected, and valued. Your brand's voice already exists within your business. You just have to identify it, articulate it, and share it with the world. Here are 8 steps to finding your brand voice. Step number 1, review your brand's purpose, vision, mission, and values. If you have not yet defined these 4 key pillars of your business, I've linked those Building the Brands episodes in the description below. Remind yourself of your purpose. What future do you want to create? How will you create that future? What do you stand for? And what drives your decisions? These are the reasons why you exist, and your brand's voice is simply a tool to express it. Step number 2, review who your target audience is and your top competitors. Your voice is how you communicate to your audience, so be sure that you are clear on who they are and ask yourself questions like, what is their sense of humor? What are their personality traits? What adjectives describe them? And how do you want them to feel about your brand? Don't try to sound like something that you're not just to attract a certain demographic. The consumer will see right through this and label you as inauthentic. Analyze how your competition and every other brand within your industry sounds. If they all sound the same, this could be a great opportunity to take a different approach. Find a way to differentiate your voice from the competition while still remaining genuine and speaking the language of your audience. Step number 3, find inspiration from other successful brands. What brands do you connect with? How do they sound? What is their personality type? And will the same personality type connect with your audience? For example, if you are an adventurous and rugged brand, find other similar brands and listen to how they speak to their customers. You don't want to copy them, but learn from them and determine how you can bring out the same emotion. Step number 4, choose 3 to 5 adjectives or descriptive words that explain your brand's personality. If you have not yet defined your brand's personality, I've also provided a link to that episode in the description below, so be sure to watch that episode. Step number 5, state what you won't do. This is who you do not want to be. Knowing who you aren't is just as helpful as knowing who you are. For example, if you are an adventurous, funny, outgoing, real, and transparent brand, you don't want your voice to sound pretentious, overly serious, businesslike, or humorless. Not that there's anything wrong with being businesslike or serious, but just be sure that your characteristics are authentic to your brand's personality. Step number 6, create a brand voice guide. This guide is a simple table that helps organize and further elaborate on the brand's characters that you've already defined. This will also provide your designers and writers with guidelines to use when creating content so you are confident that your brand's voice will be communicated properly. I provided a brand voice guide template for you to download in the description below. Step number 7, complete a final audit of your work. Make sure that everything aligns with the rest of your branding and supports your company culture. Review your brand's purpose, vision, mission, and values again to confirm that they all work together in unison and support each other when communicated to the consumer. Step number 8, share your brand voice guide with your team. This will be a crucial reference for them to use to help your content creators understand what does and does not align with your brand. It will unify your brand voice and maintain consistency across all of your marketing channels. All right, that is it for this episode of Building the Brands. I hope you have found this valuable. To implement these strategies and systems into your business, be sure to visit brandsbychris.com to get started. I'll see you there.